Hey bookworms, we're going to do our weekly whimsy cover. This one's a pretty basic one, so not a whole lot you got to go with. Honestly, these are made to look pretty even if you decide you don't want to customize them. I already have my glue gun set over here and it's plugged in, so it will be ready here in a minute to put the album part in. Trimming off that little piece there. What I'm going to do is just use my paint markers. They're acrylic paint markers, and then I have a brush here next to me. Actually, let me grab water because I'm going to use that to blend. So I've got some water to blend my paint markers, and these are just super basic colors. These are my chunkier ones from Michael's. They are a little more vibrant, I feel like, than those inexpensive ones I got from Amazon. So, I think what I want to do... Well, let's go ahead and start with the black on the pirate hat. And then I'm going to just sort of dilute it out with my paintbrush, is the idea. And I think this should work. Yep. It's just fun. Like, the markers are nice because you don't have to, like, get a whole palette out and put it down. Just put it straight on here and then blend. You can even take straight from the marker like I just did. That looks cool. And then same thing on this side. And then blend up before it dries. See how simple that is? So if you have paint markers, super easy. I'm going to go right above. So what I'm doing is just putting the line right where like a shadow would be, so that way the intensity of the paint is right in those areas. And then it gets lighter and less intense as it goes up. All right, that looks cool. Grab a paper towel. Wipe my brush off. So over here I have the line. I want to darken this up a little bit right in that area. Like I did on the other side. Yeah, I like that better. All right, cool. Very nice. Rinse my brush out, and then I'm going to do the red bandana, the traditional red and black pirate, right? So again, I'm going to go right along the edge to have the intensity of the color, and then my brush with some water and just blend that out. And all those lines and detail pop right through with no issue. Okay, and same thing down here. So just one side. Okay, and then wet brush again. And I got outside of my bandana a little bit. Oops. There we go. So easy to pick it up before it dries. Okay. So there is our bandana there. And then, let's see, what else do we want to do? I think I'm going to do a red around the top too, because it looks so cool with the green. Ooh, my What happened there? Oh, pff. Didn't realize those unscrewed. That was wild. Okay. All right. So then my marker's almost too thick for this area. Okay, so I'm gonna go up to there. And then I want to clean up this right in here that I got over there. Don't want that on my background. Okay. And then okay. Get rid of some of these areas that went over the hat. All right, that looks cool. Okay, so I'm trying to decide how I was going to do the skull, because you know skulls are mostly white, right? So I think what I want to do is use some of the yellow and make it look sort of dingy. We need so little. So I'm going to use the yellow as like my shadow area. And then of course my water. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll do some under here and under the eye area. Okay. And I'm going to do some right around the teeth. Okay. And I'm just going to pick up what's up here and take this to the skull up here. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to grab my white. Oh, I didn't realize I smudged the red on my hand. It's alright though. Alright, so clean up some of this right here. I didn't realize I did this. There we go. Did it here too? It looks like. Did I? I don't know. I think so. I think it's black. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so I'm just adding the white in here. Alright, now I'm going to hit it with my heat gun to dry this off a little, and then I think I'm going to use a little bit of my colored pencils again. So I want to add some brown and stuff because I don't want it to be quite so vibrant. So let's see how this will go. Trying to remember how I did this that one time. I think I used my blender pens. That's right. That does work really good. especially on this canvas. I almost feel like this works better on here than it does on the paper. Right. I'm going to use some of my black pencil to darken up that area in there. Very good. And this area in here. Dingy up these teeth a little bit. I don't know Pirate has nice white teeth. All right, I like it. Pretty happy with that. I think I'm gonna go with that. I like the vibrancy and a little bit of the shadowing that I've got. All right, and then I think my glue gun should be ready to go. Okay, so remember when we do this, I always take my cover off. You don't have to. I just open it. And then, oops, I didn't get it all off there. There we go. And then be conscious of where you open. You want that at the top. And then I always just run a big nice bead of glue down the center here. Okay. Top. And then, so I can see, eyeball the center there, and then close it up. Squish that in there really good. Okay, so there is my weekly whimsy book, and then I have some weekly whimsies to put in here. Oh my gosh, I got stuff all over me. My hat. And my sword. And let's see, how many more do we got? We've got 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll start Jim Hawkins here. And then Long John Silver here, and then we'll just keep adding as we go. And there it is. There is our weekly whimsy book, started, all ready to go to stick our weekly whimsies in. I even go through, so something else you can do to create like a little kit. A lot of times what I do before do them is I just cut these out, and so I don't have extra pieces of paper, because I know, now you can do this if you want or not, but I like keeping it all together. And this isn't in any certain order, but I just stick them down in there. And then sometimes I go and like do all of the tracing ahead of time. So this is something else you can do. I sort of like to open up my book and see what's still waiting on me. This could definitely be like a fun little way to like create art on the go, because you know I've talked to you guys about, I love doing that. Me and my kids do that, where we are creating when we go on vacations and such. I'm gonna fold this because I have this where it comes off, but I want it to fit down in here. So anyway, you can do these like that, and then something else, like once this is dry, this will actually, I'm gonna stick this in the back here, make my own little kit situation. So there's that. And then if you have a water pen, which mine's over there, you could also stick that down in there. That'd be like a super cute little way. And then like pre-prep all of your tracing. And then you've got your gouache right there, and you can literally just stick this or grab this when you're ready to go and just use what you already have in here and make it like just a little kit to go, you know, sit on your porch or go to the park or whatever. And of course, all of us have mobile phones now, so you could watch the tutorial if you want to do that along with me, wherever you might be. But this is all you need if you like prep it up to go and hang out somewhere. So don't forget to create. It's such a wonderful way to relax and slow down and enjoy life. And it's great for mental health as well as reading, as all of you know. And that's why we're all in this together. So thank you guys, and look forward to seeing your weekly whimsy kit and your little booklet here. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.